Vaping is officially banned in public places as amendments to the Clean Indoor Air Act officially went into effect yesterday. The vaping ban means people can no longer vape indoors in public places, and it also extends the distance that any person is allowed to smoke or vape from a building entrance from 15 feet to 25 feet. Under the law, authorities can fine the owner, manager, or operator of a business where illegal vaping occurs, while any individual vaping in a prohibited area can also be fined. State lawmakers made the amendments to the Clean Indoor Air Act as part of their effort to combat the rise in teen vaping. A survey from Mesa County Public Health released earlier this year shows about 45% of teens have tried vaping, while nearly 50% said they do not believe that vaping is dangerous. The American Cancer Society applauds the change, and they said, quote, "This new law will protect the health of Coloradans and ensure that everyone who lives and works in our state can breathe clean indoor air that's free from secondhand smoke, including e-cigarette aerosol." The Cancer Society also added that tobacco use is still the #1 cause of preventable death in Colorado and is linked to about 30% of all cancer deaths. $660 million in transportation projects have been announced by the Colorado Department of Transportation, and one of those projects includes a new intersection along Highway 50 and Colorado 92 near Delta. The goal of the intersection is to reduce accidents and improve the flow of traffic. CDOT crews will be clearing debris from bridges on US 550 south of Montrose near the Ridgeway Reservoir today, as heavy runoff has caused higher than normal debris to collect under bridges across the region. Crews will also be filling in potholes and patching any damaged road surface within the 3-mile work zone from mile markers 111 to 114. Drivers can expect delays between 7:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. as crews will direct vehicles through one-lane alternating traffic. CDOT asks for drivers to be patient, and they do not expect any delay to last more than 10 minutes. A late morning rock slide shut down Interstate 70 yesterday while crews cleared the highway and checked the stability of the area above the roadway. The slide occurred around 11 a.m., closing traffic for roughly 20 minutes before crews were able to reopen a single lane. I-70 was completely reopened by noon, and there were no injuries reported in the slide. July began on a pretty scary note in Denver yesterday when a man fired shots along a busy street during the morning commute. It all unfolded in a matter of minutes, and officials say that man is now dead after a confrontation with law enforcement.
I'm terrified right now. I'm in shock. I'm shaking. I can't believe it.
It was anything but a typical Monday morning for business owners, residents, and even drivers in rush hour traffic along Lincoln Street.
We were out drinking coffee and heard a guy yelling pretty incoherently, but very loudly above traffic.
He had a black hat, a black trench coat. I don't know if he had shorts on, and he was waving a gun.
Our building surveillance caught this video of the man they're talking about. Denver police say he was armed with a handgun and was firing it as he walked down the busy downtown street.
Heard the sirens come immediately, and saw officers started chasing him down Lincoln towards the 11th.
The next thing I knew, there was just gunshots. That's all I heard was gunshots.
Police say the suspect was killed, the entire situation unfolding in just 5 minutes. Witnesses say they were thankful for the officers' quick response, a scary situation so close to home.
But you don't think this stuff's going to happen, and then boom, it's right in your backyard. It's awful.
I'm from Chicago, and I've never heard gunfire before, so having it right outside your balcony on a Monday morning is,
in Denver.
Yeah, it's not a way to wake up. Scary way to wake up.
As travelers hit the highways for the upcoming holiday weekend, the Colorado Department of Transportation is reminding everyone about the upcoming DUI enforcement period. From tomorrow, July 3rd until July 8th, CDOT, Colorado State Patrol, and local law enforcement agencies will implement the 4th of July DUI enforcement period. The statewide effort is likely to include checkpoints, saturation patrols, and increased officers on the roadways. During last year's 4th of July enforcement period, a total of 304 DUI arrests were made by more than 100 agencies across Colorado. A family in Brighton got quite the surprise when an unusual visitor showed up at their door. I guess I should say it showed up on their door, and it was all caught on camera.
We don't know how it got up there.
An unusual visitor at the Hancock's door might just give you the chills.
Even though I love snakes, it was pretty freaky.
A large snake was caught on their Ring doorbell camera.
You see it seems endless as it's just slithering right by the camera, and it's yikes.
Draping itself across the wall.
It was about up to here.
We cracked the door open, and sure enough, I'm eye to eye with a what now we think is a bull snake.
In the video, you can see them go outside to get a better look at the intruder.
Then the snake fell onto the floor, which certainly made all four of us jump and scream.
But it quickly slithered away, straight underneath the house. Wanting to get the snake away from their home, they tried to catch it with some unusual tools.
Like a trash grabber. And so I thought that was a good safe distance. If we were trying to pick that up, it wasn't very effective, and he won. He got away.
And while this all came as a shock to the Hancock family, they're more surprised by how much attention the snake is getting.
My wife told me it was on the news in Malaysia, and I thought, wow, we've hit, you know, international.
A sight that's not unusual here in Colorado, except for when it's knocking on your front door.
Here we are in Brighton, Colorado, going, I guess, viral for the snake that tried to ring the doorbell.